Welcome back to the Avenue once again, and today is a special day. I want to talk to all of the single ladies out there because our community seems to be growing by leaps and bounds. And I'm going to say something that you may think, is that really coming out of Adrian's mouth? But yes, it is. I want you to have a money date with yourself. Yes, that's right, a money date. What I mean, I want you to go to Starbucks or your place of choice, as long as it's not alcohol. Get a drink, bring your finances, and have a money date with yourself. Stay tuned. We're going to jump right off into this. Okay, first things first, I want you to grab your favorite drink, a caramel latte, whatever it is. If it's something cool, if it's something warm, it's still in the wintertime, so if it's something warm, that's fine. But grab your favorite drink. Have comfortable clothes on because I want this to be fun as well as beneficial to you. So once you get your favorite drink, get in an area that you're kind of by yourself. If you want to put earphones in, you can do something like that. But have your favorite drink and just get into a corner where you're by yourself. And there's only a couple of things I need for you to bring. If you can bring 1 month of your bank statements, your credit cards, statement, that type of thing, that'll let you know how you've been spending your money. If you can bring a notepad with you also, so you can write down a few things, because this is a date and this is kind of a meeting with yourself that we want to be fun and enjoyable, but get a little work done. And the third thing I want you to bring is an open mind, because we're going to do some thinking and asking some questions of ourselves to be true to ourselves so that we can grow a little bit as far as our money's concerned. We're single. We're females and we need to take care of business. So now is the opportunity to have that money date to get started on the right foot. Okay, I'm going to share a lot of information in this video, so you may need to go back over it more than once to get everything down. But the first thing that I want you to jot down and ask yourself is, over the past year, what was your biggest win about your money? What do you think that you did really well with your money? How did you get ahead? It may be that you paid off a bill. It may be that you bought something in cash, that you saved a certain amount in your savings account, that you have a fully funded emergency fund. There's some things that you really did right. And I want you to know, just think back and jot down what is your proudest moment as far as your finances is concerned. Secondly, I want you to write down, what is your biggest regret? We all make mistakes. We all do things that we wish we should not have done, but we did it, right? And so we don't beat ourselves up over it, but we want to remember and recall, what was my greatest regret from last year? And I can share with you, my greatest regret from last year is not selling a piece of property. As soon as I saw trouble in the water, I should have sold the piece of property. And so it was only a few months that I hung on to it longer than I should have, but I did sell that property. So it was a bit of a money regret for me, but it all worked out. It all worked out fine. I got the money that I was due out of the property, so it all worked out. But jot down those two things as far as think over the last 12 months, and just jot down those two things, because that's going to be our start. We want to see how our mind is about money, see what we think of money, how we're feeling about money at this point in time. So this is a great date and a great start. Next up is your income. You should know what your income is for the past month or two. So jot down what your income is. If you get bonuses, you may want to divide the bonus in half, but if there's just a baseline and that's what you get mostly, jot down what you can expect to get, because this is the money that you're going to have to actually work with and do some things and make some decisions on. And then, since you did bring either your checkbook register or your credit cards, bank statements, whatever you brought, look at what your expenses are on those items, so you know how much money you have going out. If you don't have a budget, if you have a budget, you already know this stuff. But if you don't have a budget, you'll have the information as far as how much money is going out each and every month. Those are things that you need to do. And another thing that I want you to do is to go on annualcreditreport.com and order your credit report. You get one free credit report every 12 months. So that credit report, as a matter of fact, there's 3 of them from the 3 credit reporting agencies out there. And if you want to do the smart thing, you can order one for each 3 months to see how your credit is going. It won't give you a credit score, but it will let you know what credit cards you have out there, what open statements you have out there. If you've been late on something, whoever reports to these bureaus or these agencies, that's what you're going to find on your credit report. So you'll know what you need to look at, what you may need to clear up. You know, sometimes there's some mistakes that's made. I've found mistakes on my credit report. Now, if you want your actual credit score, you're gonna have to pay for that. But every 12 months, you will be, given the opportunity to get a free credit report at annualcreditreport.com. So go in and do that. Just order it. You can order it online and it'll show up right there while you're on your date. So you'll be able to see what's out there on your record and see if it's anything that you need to clear up. It's very important, you all, with people going in and scamming and doing all this kind of stuff, that we check our credit reports every 12 months at least to make sure it's okay. Some of these companies will actually monitor your credit report for you, but if you don't have a monitoring service, go ahead and get that credit report pulled so you'll know exactly what's on it, what you may need to work on, okay? That's the next step on this date. All right, sip a little coffee, sip a little of your drink, and then hit that like button and that subscribe button so that you can stay up to date on the latest information as it becomes available to you. Also, sip a little more, then share this out to someone who may need to hear it. Okay, at this point, you've just completed your finances, the figures on this date. So what I want us to do is sit back, relax, and dream a little. Where do you want to be in the next 5 years? Put it out there. Where do you want to be in the next 2 years financially? Just jot down some things, because if you don't have plans to get certain places, you'll never make it there. You'll have to eventually become the person that you need to be to get there, but you need that plan at least in front of you. So dream a little. Sometimes we don't dream enough as a single lady. So let's dream a little about where we're going to look in 5 years. And there's nothing more attractive, there's nothing more sexy than a woman with her finances together. So that's what we want to do on this date. Make sure we're staying in line with where we need to be as far as the finances are concerned. Next up, I want you to think about, what does financial freedom look like to you? That way, when you get there, you'll know that you're there. But what is it? Is it being able to meet all your bills with the passive income that you have coming in? Is it being able to help your family out? Is it being able to just travel freely and not have to worry about money? Spend the money that you need to spend and not have to worry about it. Not worry about going back to work just because I might run out of money one day. What does financial freedom look like to you? Because that way you can start working toward that financial freedom. And then when it shows up, you'll know exactly what it looks like, because you sat down and you thought about what financial freedom looks like to you. Question number 3 I want you to answer is, what is that one financial goal that really excites you? Okay. Figure out what that is, get excited about it, and then move in that direction. It may be your ability to purchase your own home one day. It may be your ability to purchase your dream car one day. And when I say purchase it, I mean purchase it as far as a car, purchase it as close to cash as possible. A home, you can probably take out a loan on for a 15-year loan or something like that. But, get in position that you can realize some of these dreams. But what is it that gets you excited, that gets you up in the morning? It may be starting a business, you all. The number one people out there that starting businesses are Black females. So staying in line with that, we can start businesses. And, what greater time to start it is when you're single. You don't have people pulling on you from every end. You can actually get some stuff done, start and grow that business. So I want you to write down what really excites you about a financial goal that you have in mind. And last but not least, I want you to write down, and this should be fairly easy for most of you all, your lifestyle. How would you like to live life, and what type of money is it going to take to live life? Some people like the very simple life. They don't want to do much. They don't want to travel much. a modest house. That's fine if that's what makes them happy, but what kind of life do you want to live? And that will depend on the kind of money that you're making, the kind of money that you're going to have to make to support that life, as well as, when you retire, what state do you want to be in there to maintain that lifestyle? Every time we get a raise, we don't have to raise our lifestyle at that point in time. What is your ideal lifestyle and how much money is it going to take to support it? So just think about, what do you want to do? What is your ideal lifestyle? Where do you want to live? What state do you want to live in? What country do you want to live in? What kind of house do you want to live in? What kind of food do you want to eat? How much do you want to exercise? How much leisure time do you want to have? How many trips do you want to take? What is that lifestyle that you really desire to have? Dream a little. You should know yourself pretty well by now. It wasn't a blind date. It was a money date for you. But before we end the money date, there's a couple of things we still need to do. We've sat down and thought about a few things. We jotted down a few things. We answered a lot of questions and we looked at our finances. And the last thing we want to do is for the next 90 days, set 3 goals that you want to meet, 3 financial goals that you want to set out and meet. And things that you're well capable of meeting, but will stretch you just a little, such as if you don't have a fully funded emergency fund, maybe that's a goal you want to meet. Or if there's a certain amount, if you want to be halfway there and 30,000 is full, but 15,000 is half, shoot for that. But have 3 solid goals, and only 3 goals. Maybe it's paying down something or paying off something, but have the 3 goals over the next 90 days that you want to accomplish. And that's the first thing that I want you to write down and focus on. The next thing I want you to do, once you get the 3 goals, is I want you to break it down into weeks. What would you need to do each week to accomplish, to get to that goal over the 90-day time period? So week number 1, what are you going to need to do? It may be sit down and figure out how much money you're going to transfer from your paycheck over to a certain fund to do that, or how much extra you're going to pay on the car note, or how much extra you're going to pay on the credit card bill, or whatever it is. But it's got to be a weekly plan, because if you just put a goal out there for 90 days and don't look at it again, or don't have steps to get to it, more than likely you may not make it there. So make it easy on yourself and have these steps to get to your 90-day goals. So as a female, as a single female, you are well on your way to doing much better with your money and becoming much more attractive because of your financial situation. All right. So go back through the video if you need to. Check out the questions. And I really want you guys to do this. Really go get your favorite drink, get in the corner, and just spend some time with yourself and your money. Change your mindset, change your financial position, and get you on the right road financially. All right. All right. With that being said, I will see you in the next video.